foisted on healthcare.
Right.
And that worldview.
Yeah. Well, big government. It's big government.
Well, and that is the Democratic
Yeah.
Party now. It has
Yeah.
been for 70 years.
Right.
100 years.
It really got on steroids, and you know, well, obviously
Well,
with
I mean,
Social
you go back
Security.
to Wilson and
Yeah.
populism, I mean, that.
Yeah. But it got on steroids with Lyndon Johnson.
But the point I'm trying to make is that this is not healthcare. This is control.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. It had nothing to do with healthcare, so it's state control, and, you know, it's designed to really crush our healthcare system, to force us to a single payer.
Mm.
And that's all. I mean, the insurance part of Obamacare,
Yeah.
and you couldn't take the college risk management professor and get him to see anything about insurance in that.
Yeah.
There's no risk pool,
Yeah.
not one that would work, not
Well,
one that's sustainable.
The next bailout's gonna be insurance companies.
Yeah.
So, you know, and we had a problem that the Republican Party didn't address when we had all three, when we had an opportunity.
Yeah.
And, but, you know, it's just, I mean, it's not a healthcare issue,
Mhm.
it's a state control
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
And that's the.
Well, that's true in education, that's true in energy,
Exactly,
it's
exactly.
true in healthcare now.
It's
You know.
like a bag of ice. It's
Yeah.
like this nice looking salesman came through selling us.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of Eskimos, and he was smooth enough to sell us
Yeah.
a bag of ice.
Right.
And that ice is melting after 6 years, and we're finding out it's not a bag of ice, it's a sack. And that sack is made out of the same fiber in education, in healthcare,
Mhm.
in regulation. I mean.
The IRS.
It's.
The IRS is all about behavior,
Oh,
Yeah.
you know? They look
So-
at tax returns and they say, that group over there, I better do something, you
So I
know?
mean, I think people
I think
are really
It's sad.
frustrated
Yeah.
with the leadership.
Yeah.
Because.
Because we can't stop it.
Well, because they started waffling on, you know, you had people, not all of them, but you had
Mhm.
congressmen saying that, well, you know, we can tweak it, we can do it, and, you know, this is something that needs to be thrown out, and it's not the first law in the history of this country.
Mhm.
It'll be totally repealed.
Yeah.
And start over.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, let me just tell you where I stand. Number one, we got to take care of our people. We must take care of our people. That is not an option if you're a person of faith. Okay? And that's where the Democrats nail us.
But a lot of it.
Because they say we don't care.
It used to come from the churches too.
The church started education, the church started healthcare,
Absolutely.
and then the government said, well, it's a fairness thing. It's not being applied fairly. So we got to have this state system. And y'all, I'm not doing this. I want to take better care of our folks. I don't want our folks addicted to government, which is, can you imagine it? And let me tell you, I've got example and story after story of people I've talked to in the district who have been addicted to government. Y'all, it's worse than anything.